Once I got into the case, it became very evident that this case was incredibly documented on video. There were cell phone videos, there was a Wendy security video, there was body camera video, all of which gave a truly complete picture of the incident almost from the very beginning. But that videotape, I have sort of a rule, is that video never lies, but sometimes it doesn't always tell the truth. And truthfully, this video was, the video, because it was from so many sources and so many different kinds of video camera, didn't integrate very well in a way that you could coherently watch the original videos to determine what had happened. And I recommended that we hire an expert both in the use of force by police officers and to do the video analysis. And I recommended Force Science, and they hired Mr. Albin as their video expert. So as we look at this case, initially with the video, it looked one way, but it became very clear, and we'll show you today with excerpts from those videos, that a different incident happened than has been released both by former prosecutors and by other sources. And what Pete described is clearly shown in the video. So what we're going to try and do today is try and show you initial points, and I'll describe the videos as they come and try. Can I come around this podium? Okay, I'm gonna. So basically what we're going to talk about here is whether or not the officers had probable cause when the conflict began and their initial encounter. So the first video that we want to show you is this is Brosnan. This is Brosnan actually when he pulled up, and as police officers say, he went 10-8. I'm going to try to get over here. So this is when he Brosnan into the ways. The white car that you see there, that's Mr. Brooks' car.
Hey man, you're parked in the middle of the drive-thru line here. Hey. Sorry. What's up, man? Hey, you're parked in the drive-thru right now. Hey, sir. Alright? You're parked, you're sitting in the drive-thru line here. What's up? So you're parked in the drive-thru line. You're blocking traffic here. You were sleeping when I walked up here. What's up, man? You used to have a long day or something? What's up? Alright, yeah, you can't. You're blocking people calling saying you were blocking me, alright? You good? You don't need an ambulance or anything like that? Are you just tired? Alright, man, just I'll move my car. Just pull somewhere and take an out. Alright. Alright, you good? Yeah. Alright.
You can see that as Brosnan goes back to the car, he turns back and he realizes that Brooks is falling back asleep at the wheel of the car. They're telling me I have to get back behind the podium.
Come in. Let me go back to sleep. You gotta move your car. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Okay, why don't you move your car into a parking spot, okay? Right now. Alright, don't go back to sleep. Just go over there. Okay, alright, thank you.
notice as Brooks drives away, he pulls into a parking space, and it's not revealed on the camera, but he drives up over the curb into the grass, and then he has to back down into the parking space. You can see in the shadow of the car that Brosnan is observing his driving, and at some point he walks over to obtain the driver's license that Mr. Brooks has. He runs it for any outstanding warrants, and then at that point he begins to notice an odor of alcohol, and that Mr. Brooks's eyes are glassy and his speech is somewhat slurred, and he suspects that Mr. Brooks is under the influence of alcohol. So he then calls in a DUI officer. Atlanta has a policy where the patrol officers call in officers that are DUI trained in each zone. This is Garrett Rolfe, who appears as the zone DUI officer. These are body cam videos.
So he was in the driveway? Yeah, he was on, the car's on. Took me like a few minutes to wake him up, kept knocking, opened the door, like shook him. Woke up super groggy, because pretty good smell of alcohol beverage coming out of the car. Eyes were watery, glassy, slurred his words, wasn't sure what it was. And telling me he had one drink, he said earlier. Standard size. So I said, I think just one drink, but he's not long still. And he's trying to tell me, where are you coming from? He said, well, I'm coming from Jonesboro. I got food. So what do you think? I got more food. So he's really not too clear, like, I'm here, it's out there. But I mean,
so this was a 911 call, right?
Yeah, the drive-through called it.
So somebody called because he was in the drive-through?
He passed out in the drive-through.
Yep. Okay.
That's right.
Had to pull over.
Yeah, I had to move out of the way, and then when he pulled up, he actually just hit over the curb onto the grass and like backed it up.
Okay.
So I, believe he was in the drive-through.
Sure. All right, we go talk to that. What's his name? Yeah, was I did?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Brooks. Ms. Brooks, how you doing? Hey, Officer Rolfe, the Atlanta Police Department. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
All right, so tell me, I wasn't here, so can you tell me what?
This video is supposed to go on. Let me check it one more time.
It's out there, but I mean,
So this was a 911 call, right?
yeah, the drive-through called it.
So somebody called because he was in the drive-through?
He passed out.
In the drive-through?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
And
right.
then you had to pull over?
Yeah, I had to move out of the way, and then when he pulled up, he actually just hit over the curb onto the grass and like backed it up.
Okay.
So I, believe he was in the drive-through.
Sure. Okay. All right, we go talk to that. What's his name? Yeah, was I did? Yeah. Hey, Mr. Brooks. Hey, Ms. Brooks. How you doing? Hey, Officer Rolfe, the Atlanta Police Department. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
All right, so tell me, I wasn't here, so can you tell me what?
All right. After the conversation and the field sobriety test, which we didn't include in this clip because it takes about 20 minutes to do, Rolfe reached the conclusion that he was driving that he believed he was driving under the influence of alcohol, and he began the process of placing him under arrest, which can be seen in this video. I want to note here particularly that the police didn't come into this encounter hot. There was no hostility. There were businesslike. They were polite. Brooks didn't seem to be like a danger. He didn't seem angry. It's one of those cases where it's just sort of a regular police-citizen contact that doesn't seem to be of note at all. So at this point, this is actually
On Ms. Brooks?
when Rolfe decides to administer the breath test.
I don't want to refuse anything.
It's yes or no, it's completely up to you.
Yes, I will.
Okay, just wait here while I grab it. people as hard as you can, so I say stop. Blah, 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 stop. Very good.
I just had a few drinks, that's it.
How many?
1.5, like I said, I was into the second cup, I wasn't even, I told her, baby, let's go, because I'm hungry.
What kind of drinks did you have?
I'm not sure, it's something she ordered, she said top shelf or whatever,
Top shelf what?
I'm not sure, it was, like I said, it was her birthday, and it was my daughter's birthday intent to, you know, have a good time, and I said, babe, you know, I'm hungry, let's go. My baby's mom, she was there, I said, hey, go ahead, cool, you know, here's the money for the blow up bed tomorrow, here's the money for, you know, to enjoy herself tomorrow. You want to get a burger or something, let me know, I'm ready to go.
So you had about 1.5 drinks. You don't remember what kind of drinks you went to?
No, sir.
All right.
I really don't remember.
All right, I think you've had too much to drink to be dry items. So put your hands behind your back for me. Put your hands behind your back.
At this point, the body camera for Rolfe is knocked off and it lands on the pavement, lens up. So basically the rest of the recording on Rolfe's body camera only has audio, and the same thing happens to Brosnan's body cam. It gets knocked off. Luckily it faces up, so we were able to capture the audio. So the legal principle that we're dealing with here is that when an officer with probable cause seeks to arrest an individual, that person is not free to flee or resist the arrest. Although he retains the right not to speak with the officer, it is unlawful for a suspect to flee a pursuing police officer in an attempt to escape arrest. So the two charges that the officers have probable cause to arrest at this point are DUI and escape, and they could charge misdemeanor escape, they could charge resisting arrest. At this point, those are the two basic charges, but it's important to note they have probable cause to arrest him once they make the move. Here is where we're going to go into the resistance, assault, and flight. In a previous statement, it was stated that Atlanta police policy requires that you notify an individual that they are under arrest prior to placing them under arrest. That's not correct. The Atlanta police policy does not require that. And as a result, we found that Officer Rolfe's attempt to arrest him was clearly within the law.